What is up, everyone? Jacob here with another video to help you record better, mix better, and work better. Today, I'm going to be showing you how you can automate a plugin very easily in Pro Tools. Let's jump into it. Now, before we get to the good stuff, I want to tell you about something really, really special. If you did not already download it, I want you to go pick up my free ebook on being a recording studio ninja. In this ebook, I cover the 5 main principles that I use on a day-to-day basis to keep my clients happy, keep them coming back, and even bring new clients through the door. To pick it up, go to www.mixwithjacob.com/ninja. I'll put a link down in the description so you can go pick it up. Let's jump into the video. Now, I got this track here by Lenny Portis called Lost in You. And let's hear what it sounds like. And what I would like to do is create an automation so that the beginning part where these rim shots are actually filtered. And we could do this one of multiple ways. I could either go to my audio suite and grab just an EQ somewhere and do a filter, render the filter, and now I've got filtered rims, right? So I could do it that way, or I can make a new track, right? Take off the rims from there, put it on the new track, and then add a filter only to this track, right? So that's a couple ways of doing that, which essentially gives me the same result. Or I could actually automate a plugin. Let me delete this extra track that I made. So let's say I wanted to have the filter kind of moving a little bit, not just a stagnant filter like you've just heard in the other methods. What if I wanted a plugin to kind of filter out and back in and kind of cause some movement, right? I want to do this with a plugin, and to do that, I'm going to add, let's say, you could do this with pretty much anything. I always like using the one knob filter from Waves. I think it's a very strong filter. I hate the resonance, so I will take it off. Hate is a strong word. I dislike the resonance, but I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put it to none, okay? And let's just hear kind of what it sounds like. So I kind of like it down at 4, maybe for the beginning, and then maybe it opens up to like a 6 a little bit throughout, and then maybe it filters back down to a 4. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of play with this automation and see how I'm feeling it. But to get this automated, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can either click on this little window where it says Auto. There's this little button here. You can click on that, and here you have all the available parameters that you can automate within this plugin. And this applies to every plugin in the world. Like if I open FabFilter Pro Q, for example, let me close this. Let me open FabFilter. I click on that same little window, you're going to see all the parameters that you can automate. Same thing with, let's say, this Valhalla Vintage Verb. Click on this little window. Same thing, you have all the parameters that are available to automate. And one way you could do this is click on this little window. I want to tell Pro Tools that I want to automate the filter. I add it to the plugin automation window, and there you go. So now it's ready for automation. And we all know you could draw the automation by hand by going here to the one knob filter, click on filter, and it's going to show you this automation lane here, which is the filter of the one knob. So if I click here, I can bring the filter down to 3, right? I could draw an automation to open it up. That's one way of doing it, which is writing it by hand with the mouse. I like to do it a little bit more manually than that. I like to put my track into touch mode. And before that, let me remove this from the automation window. So let's say you have your plugin open and you want to automate a parameter. I use this a lot for delays, feedbacks, mix knobs for the wet and dry mix on reverbs and delays and stuff to kind of create some extra movement. And in this case, I'm going to do it with the one knob, but all you have to do is click on Control, Option, Command, click on the plugin parameter that you want to automate, and then hit Enable Automation for Filter. Again, that's Control, Option, Command, and click. And you could do this on any plugin that you want. For example, if I go to the Valhalla Vintage Verb, I want to automate this mix knob, I can go Control, Option, Command, click, Enable Automation for Mix. in this vintage verb. And the reason I like to do this is so much faster than opening your plugin, going to the plugin window, finding the parameter that you want to automate and adding it to the automation window. It's too long. I want to do it with hotkeys. So I use this hotkey, Control, Option, Command, click, and you're pretty much good to go. So whenever I want to make an automation, I'll usually do it by hand. So I'll put my track that I'm automating in touch mode, and I will go and actually click and move the parameter by hand and just kind of feel it out. So let me show you an example. Let me play it back a few bars. You see, as I click on the knob, the automation turns red. The touch knob goes red. And now as I'm moving it, I'm hearing the result, right? Awesome, I love it. Let me move it up a little bit. Nice. And let's say we open it up before the kick. 2, 3, 4. There you go. If we go look here, we click on waveform, we go to one knob filter, which is our automation lane. We click on the filter automation, you're gonna see what I actually just did by touching and moving that knob. It's actually written it in the automation lane. And let's say for musical sake, I wanna leave the filter open after, I'll just delete the rest of that automation in that automation lane. And now if I play it back, you're gonna see what was written is now reacting in the plugin. And it's opening up exactly like I did. And that's a super easy way to automate parameters of any plugin by hand, so you can kind of feel it musically. If you don't like what you did, just hit undo, try again. You can use the touch automation modes, you can use the latch automation mode, which when you let go of the plugin, it'll stay exactly where you let it go at, as opposed to the touch, which you saw, as I let go of the plugin, it returned to its original setting, which can be handy for things like delay throws with the wet and dry knob. So let me give you another example. So let's say I want to do the same kind of technique, but with a delay throw on a vocal. Let's go find a vocal line. I think I got one right here. See that delay throw? See that delay throw? Let's say I want to make it, I don't know, louder or longer. I could just click on my H delay. Let's say I want to automate the volume itself of the delay. So I can go and automate by using my 3 buttons here, Control, Option, Command, click on the wet dry knob, enable automation for mix. I'm gonna toss this over so I can see what I'm doing. Put it in touch mode because I want it to go back to its original setting when I'm done. I'm gonna go back a few bars. I've been watching you get. So with that little move that I did on the wet dry, it's actually made the wet part of the delay, so the delayed part of that vocal, just louder by modifying that wet dry. Let's say I want to do a similar move and make the delay last longer, which means more feedback. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my little 3 shortcut command, click feedback, enable automation for feedback, and let's play this out. I'm going to click on it. You can see it's already writing automation now. I've been watching you get your ways. And now you can see I made that delay last longer. Let's listen to it in solo. So that's just one of many examples I can give you where this automation technique can come in handy. You just use the shortcut that I showed you, Control, Option, Command, click on any parameter of any plugin, and now it's automatable. One thing to look out for before I let you go is you have to make sure that plugin automation is on. And this is a function that you'll find here if you go to Window, Automation, and you'll see if it's not turned on, the automation will not write. So you can see write enable. Just under here, you'll see plugin, volume, send volume, pan, send pan, mute, send mute. And if these are off, you will not be able to write any automations for those parameters. So keep that in mind. If ever you're trying this and it's not working, maybe it's worth checking this out. Again, you have to find that in Window, Automation, or you can use Command 4 on the number pad if you have a number pad on your keyboard. So that's it. It's as easy as that to automate plugins. I use my quick shortcut commands, Control Option Command, click on any parameter on any plugin, and then I put my automation mode on that specific track to latch or touch, make my automation move, and you're done. Simple, easy as that, and it's, again, possible with any plugin. I'm almost sure any DAW you could do something very similar, but that is how you do it in Pro Tools. And that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And also leave me a comment below this video and let me know, do you have any secret sauce hacks for plugin automation? I want to know, and I'm sure everybody else would want to know. And I will see you all very soon. Peace.